2024. We had so many units come out this year. We started it off pretty rough, not gonna lie, in terms of power creep and, things changing the meta. Then towards the middle of the year, we kinda toned down a little bit. We kinda stopped jumping a little bit. But then at the end of this year, they completely just decided to put a dumpster fire on like the whole meta and how everything works and just say screw it. Screw it. Here, just have like broken skills one after another, have broken units, and you know, it's crazy. It's a lot. But before the year ends, I wanted to give what I think were me personally, my top 10 units that I super strongly disliked. Now, it doesn't have to be a unit that is super meta that I hated dealing with. They don't have to be bad necessarily, but units that I either struggled with, I didn't think were good and were overrated, or again, just units I personally disliked. So spoiler alert, Emblem Ike is not on this list. Now I know a lot of people struggled with him. Some people still do, and you know what? That's okay. He's contrary to what a lot of people believe, he's still pretty good right now. You just can't run in with base kit on him, but he's still pretty good. But this is just my opinion, my list. I'm sure your units that you dislike from this year is different from mine. Again, the units on this list don't have to be broken. They don't have to be good. They don't have to be bad. Again, it's just units that I didn't like this year. I didn't like their kit, or whatever the reasons. You'll get what I'm trying to say when we go through the list. But yeah, without further ado, let's start off with number 10 on my list. Okay, so coming in at number 10 on my list is actually Valentine's Myrr. She was very annoying. And I know a lot of people were like, dang, this unit is like super, like it just shuts down warping. Like if you were super reliant on warping on all of your strategies, you definitely hated this unit when she came out. And not even that, she was also pretty annoying to kill, just straight up. Her stat line was pretty good. She had Scowl, she had DC, and she had warp negation, not just on herself, but also on the ally with the highest defense. That made warping super obnoxious. Now, granted, in something like Ether Raids, the start of turn effect actually does not work on turn 1. Well, I guess your turn 1 when you're attacking. So that was, that was something that was nice, I guess. But in something like Summoner Duels, if you super heavily relied on Guidance 4 or just warping in general in your, gameplay strats, you definitely hated this unit. And for me, while I never super relied on warping and Guidance 4 shenanigans, I still just found her restricting my movement like just annoying, like just flat out. And even now, surprisingly, she still can hold up with the right like investment, which makes her pretty freaking strong, not gonna lie. But yeah, personally, I just really didn't like fighting Myrr all that much. She wasn't like an auto ban with me when it came to Summoner Duels, but she was just a unit where I was just like, dang, this is going to be a slow match, isn't it? So that's why Myrr is like number 10. I almost didn't have her here, but then I kept looking at the list that came out in like Book A, and I was like, yeah, I don't know who else to put, so I guess I might as well put her here. But yeah, that's who my number 10 is. Okay, now this unit is an example of a unit doesn't have to be good to make it on the list, and I'll just explain why. So number 9 is going to be Mmavier. Now you're probably like, what the fuck did he do? That's the thing. He doesn't do anything. And not only that, I'm sorry, but when he debuted, everyone treated him like he was a Marne. So just a quick rundown. He has a Perf Lance, right? A preferred weapon that grants defense +3. At start of turn, he grants Hexblade, Null Panic to unit and allies within 3 spaces of unit. At start of combat, if his HP is higher than 25%, he makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. He inflicts penalty to foes' attack and defense equals to the number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, for a max of 12. And if the number of bonus effects active on unit, excluding stat bonuses, is greater or equal to 3, reduces damage from foes' first attack by X during combat. And then X is 80%, but if he's getting doubled, X is 40%. So, yeah. This is all pierceable, by the way. I just want to let you know that that's all pierceable. And that was at a time. Well, I mean, we're still at a time where everything has piercing, either full up piercing or just half. He also came out, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, where like bonus stealing and like bonus negation was like really prevalent. So I was like, oh, he wants a crap ton of bonuses. But like, do you really want to do that? Because then he'll just not have anything. I don't know. I dislike him because everyone like super hyped him up for like the first 2 weeks of him coming out. And, you know, I was just like, I don't think he's all that. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry. And it sucks because I really like Mmavier. I think he's really cool. He's like probably... Okay, I was going to say top 2, but no. My top 2 favorite 4-hounds are Marne and Gris. Gris is my number 1. I hope Gris is broken. But anyways, yeah, I personally didn't like him. I was not a fan of his kit. Broke him with Seal Attack 3, I think, as a B skill, and then he had like Rouse Attack Defense 3. I know it's a GHB, but you know, we got to a certain someone that is on this list, I'm not gonna lie, that just, you know, set a precedent as what I think GHBs should be from now on. Maybe not to that extent, but you know, I just really thought he came at a really bad time. He was like, oh, give me bonuses, but also like bonus negation and bonus stealing was like a thing, and it's like, oh, that's unfortunate. And he was also a melee cav, which at the time we didn't have 𝔐𝔬𝔩𝔗𝔬𝔡 yet, or anything, or momentum that makes him really good. Maybe now you can make him good. Hey, show me. I would love that, you know? If someone wants to show me a Mmavier like soloing like a whole defense, do it. I'd be happy to see it. But for me, I didn't like him. I really didn't like him personally. I thought he was like pretty, like, just run Gerald. I don't know if I'd go that far, but you know what I mean. He wasn't anything special to me, and I just saw everyone just overrate him when he came out, and I just personally wasn't a fan. So that's why he's number 9 on my list. All right, for number 8 on my list, you will actually not believe who I'm gonna put here. And for once, that's for the first time and probably the only time that'll happen on this list. I'm actually gonna talk good about them rather than bad. But number 8 is actually Hoshiden Luccia. Now you're probably like, why the fuck is she here, Satachi? Like, why? Like what'd she do to you? And I'll tell you what happened. I got my ass whooped in Summoner Duels once, and I was not familiar with her game. My Felix could not kill her. I was like, dang, that's fucked up. I do think Luccia is one of those units that's a quote-unquote whale unit where I feel like she only super performs well if you max invest on her. Pretty much her weapon is the same thing as, you know, her base version, except she has DC built in and she gets more stats through a percentage of her speed stat, which is really nice. It sucks that she's super reliant on speed because, as we've seen the past like 8 years, relying on speed tends to age really badly and poorly. Especially since now everyone's getting like max 15 to all stats from just like a weapon alone. So, but I got my ass whipped by her in Summoner Rules, and I'm mad and dislike her because 1, it was really embarrassing. I was like, damn. 2, she's super underrated, which pisses me off. A few people in this competitive server was like, oh, yo, Luccia kind of nice. And I'm like, I don't know about that. And then I got humbled by her, like, I think a week or 2 ago. I'm like, oh, shit. I was not familiar with your game, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I will say, when attack speed or speed defense spiked wall comes out, that'll literally be her best B skill, I'm pretty sure. She's like a weird unit to build, but I'm pretty sure that would be her best B skill, because she'll get flat DR from that, and, you know, that's always good. It's not pierceable. At least I hope for, like, a long time it will not be pierceable. I don't know. People are saying unpierceable DR will get pierced one day. Ugh, I don't want to think of that. But I do think she's pretty good. And when she, like, tanks things, it's, like, so embarrassing. Like when you don't one-tap her, it's like, ugh, dang. I feel like so embarrassed. I like, oh my god. Like, again, Luccia, I was not familiar with your game. I'm so sorry. And then, yeah, she has some weird matchups where she actually just does win. Even though she doesn't have, like, the best matchup spread. But, you know, that's low-key something I kind of like about Faye. Sometimes you, like, lose to, like, a lot of low tiers, but then, like, for some reason, like, certain characters will, like, win against a lot of high tier characters. I think that's kind of fun, and an interesting way of balancing things. But anyways, I digress. Luccia, number 8. I think she's kind of annoying to deal with. Turning off specials entirely is really strong. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I can say about Luccia. She could be quite annoying with the right support. And yeah, she's number 8 on my list. All right, I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for this. Well, probably not as much hate as the person that's after this one, but number 7 is going to be Fato. I don't think he's bad, but for what he's designed to do, he fucking sucks at it. This was supposed to be our dedicated Fjorm counter, and it's like, he's really, really, and I mean really bad at it. You have to go through so many loopholes to actually get that matchup to be in his favor. And even then, I don't even think he kills Fjorm. It'll be like a tie. So it's like, I don't like... I like the concept of his kit a lot. I really do like the concept of his kit. It's basically Luccia, but ranged. And like in practice, that sounds awesome. But then he just doesn't have the firepower to back it up, you know? And then not only that, but he has speed, defense 4, trace 4, which I think is... anyways. And then Flared Sparrow is also Breath of Life everywhere, Hathorn everywhere, you know? So I'm just not a fan of it. Actually, he's like only half like Luccia, because at least he can trigger a special. But he still can't like get the fucking kill. You see what I mean? I don't know. And I like Fato a lot. I like Fato a lot. I just don't think he does what he's supposed to do. Which is kill shield fighter saves. He just doesn't. He literally doesn't. Which is unfortunate, because Fagato's really cool. I know a lot of people were waiting for him. But yeah, I just don't like. I don't like how he. You know, everyone was hype about it. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, Shield Fighter's already dead. Fato is gonna break armors. Oh my God!" After they just got a huge buff, and nope, he did not do that. He definitely did not do that. He's still solid. He's still solid, but just the expectation versus reality really just brought him down, and I just don't like how he turned out. That's just, yeah, that's why he's number 7. Coming in at number 6. This is where I'm going to get the most hate. This is where I'm going to get the most hate. I'm sorry, but everyone thought I was crazy. And I'm right. I'm sorry. I have to put on people's faces. Number 6 is Brave Alphonse. I am so sorry. I like Alphonse. I think he's freaking Chad. Bro, he, like, kicked his future self's ass. He, like, beat the asses of, like, a whole bunch of gods from different realms. Like, bro's got aura. Let's be honest. He's got aura, right? But, oh my God. I'm sorry. He's good. I'm going to say that right off the bat. But I don't know why everyone looked at his great talent and was like, "Oh my God, this is changing the game forever." Oh my God, like great talent, holy shit, dude. Oh my God, plus 10, like quote unquote true stats to everyone. Oh my, like that's broken. Like what are you gonna do about that? Like how are you gonna nuke that? How are you gonna live that? And then it's like, do you guys like forgot the legendary male Robin meta? You know, like when everyone ran legendary male Robin, like he was a good support, but they didn't just run him alone. They also had to switch to like having duo Crom, the Valentine's one, to put on their team. Like it wasn't just like Unity like from him. They like double or triple Unity stacked, and then was, you know, destroying the other team. Plus 10 across the board. Well, my bad, it wasn't speed. But plus 10 to, like, attack, defense, and res for your allies. That, first of all, you're not even getting that, like, the first turn. Maybe turn 2. Maybe. Actually, no, not even, because it's, like, plus 2 every time he procs a special. So it's, like, you know, it's something like Summoner Duels. By turn 3, a match is normally decided. Turn 3 or 4. So it's like, I don't know. You really weren't getting that many stats. I know Alphonse himself can get like way more, up to like 20 from attack, defense, and res. But like even at full power, unless like the whole team was built around him, it was like there was times where I'd still kill him with like Kid Duo Robin, you know. So it's like and then also Special Reliant Unit when at the time, actually no, even still right now, Scowl is kind of everywhere with Brave Female Robin with Hush Spectrum, frickin' Duo Robin, Baby Duo Robin, Hush Spectrum again. Like, Special Reliant Unit that only attacked once, to me, didn't sit well with me. If he had guaranteed follow-up attack, I would have liked him a lot better. But I mean, you could always support that with like Crux or whatever. But like, I don't know. I know he's a quote-unquote nuke support unit, but to me, they advertised him as more of a support unit, and needing to support your support unit to give out that support, God, that hurts my head. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? I personally just thought his kit was weird and didn't, like, do much. I'm just gonna be honest. I felt like it just didn't do much. Like he came out and it was like, hi, I'm Stats the unit, but it's like we all know how that ends up, Stats don't win matchups. Okay, let me add some context. Stats can win matchups, but it's got to be a lot, and also effects are king in this game right now. Effects are king. We're not year 1 or 2 where, +3 attack will decide a match. No, it's not. Like, even +10ing units, like a +10 Byleth, like Winter Byleth, and a +1 Winter Byleth, like, you lost because he had NCD and he smacked you with Supreme Heaven. Like, I'm sorry. You get what I'm trying to say? I still think Brave Alphonse is a good unit. I just, this is another one of those units, just like Fato, where it's like expectation versus reality. He's definitely the worst one in the recent CYL, but by no means is he bad. I just don't like how... I just don't like his kit all that well, and I just think that he's too slow for his kit to matter, if that makes sense. I feel like by the time you actually have everything set up and everything ready, it's too late. Like, you either already won or you lost. That's how I see Brave Alphonse. But yeah, that's why he's number 6. Okay. Coming in at number 5. This might shock a few people because I love this unit. And I love them in Book 8. But number 5 is ℏ. Do I have to explain anything about... I don't think I have to explain anything about ℏ. Do I? Do I actually have to explain ℏ? Okay, I have extra bias because when she debuted, she kind of killed Winter Edelgard in, like, offense. Okay, not killed her, but it was very hard to Gale Force with her, especially when people also started running her off Season 2. I was like, damn. All that flat DR to everyone. And Edelgard doesn't have a follow-up attack. She kind of just hits you once. That's kind of messed up. That's kind of fucked up, And then on top of that, Breath of Life too. So like AoE Gale Force was also rough. She definitely brought down AoEs in general. As if Breath of Life 4 wasn't enough, but then she also gave flat DR also, and it's like, okay, god fucking damn it, okay, Jesus Christ. You're that awesome. I knew right from the get-go she was going to be meta impactful. She's really annoying to deal with, as much as I love ℏ. She's just so fucking annoying. I really... And then, oh my god, and then Smack Lagoo's friend with Pavis on her, oh my god. You're an asshole for that. I do it too. Anyways. But yeah, ℏ, I love you, but like you kind of ruined Winter Edelgard on offense for me. Winter Edelgard's still really good, but my actual main initiator now, ever since ℏ, has been base Edelgard. I unironically think base Edelgard is the best Edelgard in the game right now. Like, it's not even close. And she's not even at full power. She still has like an emblem ring to run that she needs to run. I'll talk about that another time. But anyways, yeah, ℏ's number 5. She's always annoying. Amazing support. Amazing frontliner. She can actually tank hits from like Felix and whatnot. And it's just, yeah, like what else is there to say? Like ℏ's her. Like, actually. She's really good. Yeah, there's literally nothing else I can say. You guys know why any reason why you guys hate Hathorn, like, or at least running into her. Same reason why with me, except she kind of made Winter Edelgard on offense a bitch. I can't lie. So I have extra slight malice to her, but you know, Hathorn's hot, so all is forgiven. Anyways, that's why she's number 5. Okay, coming in at number 4. Number 4 is the arena killer herself, Marne. Is this another unit where I have to explain myself? I mean, she's super. Her weapon is crazy. I think every single GHB. Okay, not every single GHB, but I think at least half the GHBs that come out this like in a year, or like even like Tempest Trials units, they should be more like her. I'm not saying as meta impactful as Marne because I think in my opinion, as someone that's played this game since day one, I think she's the best GHB or Tempest Trials unit in like this game's history. I don't think a single unit can compare to her. Like every unit on release was either not great or like they had their uses. You could make a case for like young Ines, but I don't know. Even then, we had things that like Ines we had like skills or ways to get around DR like a little bit after Ines came out. It's been a while since Marne came out, and like she's still like a top save in my opinion, you know? She's really hard to kill. Miracle is insane. And yeah, like, I don't even think I have to say anything for Marne. Like, even free-to-play players can use this, so, like, Arena, you're just gonna run into her. Like, literally, everyone's running into Marne. Like, it's actually that crazy. And you, like, she's a unit you have to prepare for, especially in Arena. Because if not, you're just not gonna win. You're literally not gonna win. You know? So, yeah, I don't think I really have much to say about Marne. She's also just her. That's why she's number 4 on this list, and, yeah, on to number 3. All right, on to number 3. And for number 3, we have Lerother, Groot, Big Groot. Yeah. He's very annoying. He's just annoying. They made his kit weird, thank God, to the point where, like, it's kind of awkward to make him a save because he's still kind of, like, you know, isn't necessarily the best. I mean, he's going to get an upgrade. This video is going to be out before the New Year's banner, so he can definitely get high ground and, like, you know, have a better C skill and, you know, do his freaking warping, blocking shenanigans while also being a safe. I can't believe that skill, by the way. But, you know, his B skill's weird. Many people I've heard switch it to Shield Fighter, and apparently even then that's like not enough to make him like tank as a save. But regardless, the most annoying thing is his assigned decoy that he inflicts on the enemy team. Wow, Omni tanking has just gotten harder with if you're fighting Lerother, like actually. Like sometimes you're just like, oh damn, now my support is the near save, so now my Omni tank is not Omni tanking. That's kind of fucked up, you know? And not only that, but they just also just get debuffed to shit while also having sabotage, which is just fucked up, honestly. Yeah, he's just really annoying, and even if you're not running an Omni tank team, if your opponent just has him, you know, like whoever has the lowest defense on your team is just not safe, like at all. Like they're literally just gonna get sniped. Like even if your Ninja Lucina's like in the back, get ready, she gonna die. You know, he's just so annoying to deal with. And yeah, his main purpose is just really being annoying, just like how he was in the story. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I really hate running into him. He's not an auto ban per se. He's just great. I have to play the game differently because of his existence. That's it. Thank God he's not as bad to kill like any other like armors, because that would have just been a fucking problem. But yeah, I just hate dealing with him. He's so annoying, and it's only been 2 months and I already put him at number 3. Those that know me probably know who I have as top 2, but yeah, this is why Lerother's number 3. All right, coming in at number 2 on my most disliked units of the year. To probably no one's surprise, it's Duo Leon. I do not know what they were thinking when they made this unit. They were like, let's crank up burn damage, like, to the maximum after they already did it with Camilla. We'll give this unit a sweep effect. Sure, why not? Fuck it, right? And then on top of that, after you attacked, the person with the highest speed got their action ended next turn. Oh, you thought that was enough? No, his duo skill, anyone in cardinal directions, got their action ended. They literally made being unable to play the game a game mechanic. I don't have any words. Like, I really... This, like, I think Duo Leon in his prime was probably my most hated unit of all time in all of Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, I'm sorry. I know people will say Fallen Edelgard or Surtur at their prime, but at least you were at least you had tools available with you at the time. Were they easy to get? No, but you had the tools. This guy, even if you didn't kill him, like, you would have to make sure you were not placed in cardinal directions of him. Like, he was that annoying. He was also good in Aether offense. He was an amazing unit for Wings of Mercy 4. Kill someone in the team, place him in the middle, maybe hopefully you got the duos, or if not, you put the duo's hindrance down, or like break it. You put fucking Duo Leon in the middle of the team. Pop duo skill. Half the team's not moving. Or maybe you killed 2 people on turn 1 or 2, and then you Wings of Mercy him in, and then you just lock the whole team down. How do I know? I've seen it happen, and I've done it before. Many times. I'm an asshole. I know. I only did it for 2 weeks, I swear. But yeah, they made not playing the game a game mechanic. I still can't even process that, like, actually. And even though we have Kano Curb Stomp and Breath of Life, and he's not top tier anymore, he's still solid. He's not ass. Because, at least to me, his biggest value was turning you off. Wow, that sounded really weird. Anyways, his biggest aspect of him was turning off your team. That was his biggest thing, and he could still kind of do that. You know, a lot of people's game plans, especially in Summoner Duels, was like, oh, make sure you kill a Kano unit or the save. It's one of those two. Because after that, usually the match can be free. But, like, I'm sorry, Duo Leon, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I really do not know what they were thinking. I'm glad they hard countered the fuck at him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all Leon fans. I'm so sorry. But he was toxic, okay? Like, how are you going to justify not playing the game as a game mechanic being, like, good? Like, come on. Like, come on. That's so stupid. Oh, man. At least with Duo Sather did it, like, it was a res check, and it was also, like, in cardinal directions, and it got worse the farther you were. Him, it was like, nah, we'll just... You don't have to have action eco. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Like that's stupid. Anyways, that's why he's number 2 on my list. He would be number 1 if it weren't for this next unit. Coming in at number 1, probably to no one's surprise, legendary male Corin. If you haven't seen the video as to what, like, started my hatred for this unit, you should definitely check it out. It's called The Worst Legendary Unit. I don't know what they were thinking with this unit, but wow. Imagine the Omni tanking just without the tank. I'm sorry, he just doesn't get the job done. What I will give him is his Divine Vein Water is really good. It's really good. But it's on him. It's on him. I'm sorry. doesn't do his job. They made his defense stat so bad. A lot of physical threats just he folds to, like literally. Even against some mages, he still just dies, you know? And keep in mind, this is an avatar that everyone's been waiting for. By the way, I'm saying all this, he's number 1 for me because, like, people, especially newer viewers, they're not going to believe this, but Corin is like my 3rd favorite Fire Emblem character, you know? I think definitely top 5. I wanted this unit to be amazing, but he wasn't, you know? So that's why I'm extra harsh on him, because this was also the unit that came out after Emblem Ike, after Sita, after Legendary Male Aleer. You see where I'm getting at? Like, they just fumbled so hard with this unit. I don't like his kit. I don't like anything. Like, the only thing I like about him is Divine Vein Water. But it doesn't matter if he activates it, if he's just gonna fucking die afterwards. Oh my god. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad because I wanted this unit to be really, really good. I wanted him to. Like, genuinely. I was like, oh my god, I hope this unit's God tier. But he just wasn't. Legendary female Corin, her remix. With her remix, she's better than this Corin. Freaking legendary female. I'd rather run legendary female Aleer that came out last year than this unit. I'm sorry. I just way rather did that. I would much rather do that. Like, I'm sorry. This unit, unfortunately, disappoints me to the core. It makes me upset. He's not great. He's, again, and anyone can make any unit good, right? Genuinely. Like, I made a whole freaking tier list of units that were better than him. Did I exaggerate some of the placements? Were some units there that he's obviously better than? Yeah. Like, obviously, you know, I put more units there than, you know, I should have. But the fact that he came out this year and there's like 150 characters that are genuinely better than him is just mind-blowing to me. Like, this is a premium unit, a legendary unit that we're now getting 4 times a year. If they go with the patterns, because you know how they decide to not follow their own fucking patterns, even though we kind of make that pattern in a way, in a sense. But anyways, he's just, and on top of that, this is the main character of a mainline Fire Emblem game, and he's like not performing as well as everyone should expect him to, you know? And it hurts me because, again, I really love Corin. I think they're awesome. I've never been a Fates defender in terms of story, but I've been a Corin defender, I will say. But yeah, I'm sorry. This unit has always failed me time and time again. You can make them work. I'm not saying you cannot make them work, but at a base level, he's far from, like, being very good. I will say, at a base level. Maybe more skills will come out. I mean, dragons are starving at this point. Let's be real. Oblivion, I don't give a fuck what you say. Dragons have nothing, bro. Dragons got nothing. You know, dragons really don't have many options. Because Corin needs, like, every stat. He needs a defense stat. You know, you can't just fucking Omni tank and just not have a defense stat. He needs defense. He needs res. He needs speed, obviously, and he needs attack, obviously. Like, you know, he needs everything, but, like, not... We don't have skills that just give you everything. You know, it's just... I don't know. He disappointed me. I wish he was a lot better. Trust me, if I could make him the best Omni tech in the game, I would have. I love Corin. But he's by far the unit that pissed me off the most this year because I wish he was good. Genuinely. All right, and with that, that is my top 10 units I dislike that came out this year. Remember, this is all my opinion, all based on my experiences. If any one of these units, you know, you like, I'm sorry, this is just my opinion. Again, I don't, like, the only, like, unit here that I think is, like, only, like, genuinely, like, poo-poo, pee-pee-poo is, like, probably, like, Mmavier. But again, now we have new skills and whatnot. You can make anything work with any unit. you know, given context, I needed, you know, I'm probably going to make a video about that. But anyways, this is my top 10 units I disliked this year. If you didn't like any of these, I'm sorry. Let me know the 10 units you didn't like this year. Or, you know, if you want to make a case for one of your units that are favorite units that are on here and want to defend them in the comments, yeah, go for it. Like, go for it. But just don't come at my throat, okay? Don't come at my throat. It's just my opinion, okay? But yeah, that's my top 10 units I dislike this year. I will probably post this. I'll probably post this the same day, which is the 29th or the 30th. We'll see. But yeah, these are the top 10 units I disliked. If you like the content, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell. Only if you want to, of course. I don't really, you know. I don't care. You do you. But yeah, I'm also gonna have a top 10 units that I think were the best this year. So keep an eye out off of that. But yeah, that'll be it, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.